On today's review of Hightown, Season 3, Episode 4, is Osito going to survive? We'll discuss that. Jackie is really falling far from grace. Turns out Veronica is alive and Jackie beat her up. We'll discuss that. And honey, I made a bold prediction when the trailer came out. Didn't I tell you Ray won't going to be able to keep it in his pants? Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't. He got turned on by seeing another man's privates. We'll discuss that and so much more, all in this video. It starts right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
What's going on, Hightown fans? You're in the building with the all knowing, all loving, all feeling, all seeing, all powerful. Just damn all everything. The sexy as hell host, Lamont Tyson. I forgot to mention, never put a witness in a hotel where the roaches go to give life, because that means the human beings are going to give death. Y'all know I'm talking about Chuleta. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing good.
Are you ready to talk about this show? It was explosive, to say the least, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, just stuff all over the place. Mm-hmm. Can you believe they didn't want to renew this show?
No, I'm still upset.
It's crazy.
Still upset.
Yeah, but anyway, y'all be sure to follow me on TikTok at LifeGains1. I have grown my audience up there. Would love for you to come download the podcast. And please come follow me on Twitter. I take messages over there. So let's jump right on into it, ladies and gentlemen. Honey, Sergeant Allen Centil. Like I said, he's the MVP of this season. He's been like not only the moral backbone, but he's really been the real cop on the beat. Not trying to do anything dirty. Yeah. Jackie is over here at her friend Petey's house, the dealer for her daddy.
I like that. The moral backbone.
Yeah.
The level head.
Yeah. That's Sergeant Centil. Mm-hmm. And Jackie,
will the good guy get his just due? Like, will good guys win?
No, because by the end of this thing, he's probably not going to be. He's going to turn bad, little bad. Because you can't play in a game where some people have rules and others doesn't. Mm-hmm. So he's going to have to get rid of some of his morality. Mm-hmm. Not all of it, but some of it.
I mean, he toes the line.
Yeah, he do. Yeah. He do. He a little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
He got a little scruff. And here, Jackie called him because she had no one else to call. Mm-hmm. And whoever this cop is knows him. They've been on retreats together. And this cop is giving Jackie the business. You mean to tell me you work on the police force and you didn't call for backup when this guy died? Allen comes, clears up the situation, and basically tells Jackie, look, we all have our issues. Go clean yourself up. You smell funky. And I don't really give a damn about you being sober, because people got to have an example. He gave her tough love that I feel like she needed. What you think?
Yeah. I mean, well, for one, the other officer knew that something was a little fishy.
Definitely.
It's like, why are you showing up at this site? You know, why are you even here? What made you just pop up all of a sudden? And it says a lot that she's able to come honest and come clean with Centil.
Because he's like the moral backbone.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, and I'm loving the art they're giving him this season. If anybody needs some get back for what happened, it's him. Because he played by the rules. He done all the right things. And like he said,
screwed over.
Yep, like he said last season, that sounds about white.
Yeah.
Not right, ladies and gentlemen, white.
Yeah.
And he got screwed. But he about to get his get back.
Screwed over, but he also was left to clean up the pieces too. So he's the one who has to come in and make everything right. And yeah. So, and
to my people that thought I was going on at noon, I'm sorry. My wife's got to go get her hair done. We had some issues with one of our kids. He's feeling better now, my son, but we had to come on and do this a little early. And then he tells her to go clean herself up. And honey, the first thing she do is go dive herself right back into a bottle and then take off driving. Talk to me about Jackie, honey. She's a mess.
I mean, Jackie is doing what Jackie does, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, she hates that about herself. She hates that she's an addict, but that's just what it is right now until she gets some help.
Right. And she will get some help from one of our favorite characters, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I really enjoy that character. Then we get to Renee, and my wife was like, I said, honey, I see Renee wanting to be a queen pin. She was like, why you say that? I said, honey, she's been dating a drug dealer, and now she about to give up that lifestyle. I said, honey, once this drugs run out, she's gonna want some more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, her organization is doing gangbusters. Do you feel me? Yeah. These girls is in here selling people drugs that don't even want drugs. People who ain't even thought about doing a drug is in here getting drugs, and then they showed the face of a queen pin. That is the face of a woman that wants to do this. Talk about it, honey.
She definitely sitting back at that admiring her work. Yeah, she put all this in play, and she's watching it unfold. And yeah, she also has this attentive look where she's, looks like her guard is up as well. So doing what she needs to do to, like you said, start her empire, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a fly in that ointment. A nanny. oh boy. And I also said this to my wife when we've been, I was like, if she shot Jorge, she'll kill again. My wife's like, no, that was an accident. I said, but she's tasted blood.
Oh, goodness. No, the difference is she's going to kill again over her kids. I can see
that. A killing is a killing.
But it's a difference.
No, it ain't.
What your motivation is
No.
It's a difference.
Because the good Bible say, thou shalt not kill, even if they're messing with your children. That's what the good book says.
A lot of people will kill over their children, but they ain't going to kill because they trying to build a drug empire. Well, it's a difference. It's a moral line in killing. How about that?
Okay, I can get with that, but I still contest now that she's buried those feelings of guilt with Jorge. It's not even going to be hard for her to go take out the nanny, but we'll get there. I'm on my horse, y'all. Let me get off the horse. I'm too far ahead. This right here told me something was going to happen. I did not. This right here let me know something's going to happen. Cito and the new Janelle, he done took her to some bungalow far, far away. He's trying to protect her because the heat is on him. And Janelle is actually worried about her safety. Honey, talk to me. What did this scene tell you? It told me somebody was going to get clipped.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be Janelle. But we'll see. What you think?
I mean, Osito, like you said, the heat is on him. He knows something is coming. He has to protect him and her. And so he's trying to get her, away from the danger.
Right.
And she wants both of them to go off together as opposed to her just sitting up in this little area. And so I'm a man, I gotta provide, da.
That's right. And that's not even really what she wants. She just wants the man.
Right.
Let his ass go broke. How much she gonna want him then?
I mean, well, look where she met him.
Oh yeah. Good point. Okay. Hey, good point. Damn good point. Moving right along. Oh, Lord. My wife didn't want to believe when I made these proclamations. But here we got Sara the sex slave with Ray. And they're looking at Shane Farley. And they're discussing what could his cahoots be with his nephew. And he's trying to teach her the ropes. And she's still talking in her Boston accent. Honey, what did this tell you about where they was going to go with this story with these two when you saw this?
They're still on the case, so they're still working closely together, trying to bring down Shane. And it was just like another stepping stone to what's going to happen next. Of course, there's a lot of flirtation going on.
There you go.
And he keeps deflecting. Yeah, but she's relentless.
Thank you. Which is how a lot of men get in trouble. He's trying to whack her down, and she's relentless. But at the same time, he is trying to, in essence, show her how Owen and Shane are connected. And basically, he's telling her that Shane is a businessman and is the type to stay under the radar. He don't want no heat. But the problem is you got this F-up nephew who's creating problems for you. That's what he's telling her. And then, honey, we have a penis slinging conversation between Ray and Shane. He decides to go meet Shane in person, and Shane was obliging, but you know, most of the time they don't do that. Like Shane said, you send the brow hat guy to come out there. But folks, you want to know what was striking for my wife, because I knew she had to think about this. What? A lot of y'all don't know my wife like ice cream. So when Ray did not eat that ice cream and got up and left the man ice cream to melt, I know you was thinking to yourself, man, I would have ate that ice cream, would have took it with me or something.
I didn't think about that. I mean, because Ray did say this ain't the best ice cream. It's some more up the road.
That's right. That's right.
So he had assaulted the man. What I did think was weird was a man offered another man ice cream.
What's wrong with that?
Come on now.
What?
Offer a beer. That's what y'all, but not ice cream. You want some ice cream?
Honey, that's an ice cream stand.
Whatever.
And it's the best ice cream in all the Kype.
Yeah.
All the Kype.
Ray insulted his little ice cream and walked on off. So he said, I know this is a front.
So do you think who's gonna get one up on the other one? Is Shane gonna get one up on Ray, or Ray gonna get one up on Shane? Because Shane did say, you should be my friend. Because when I go to precincts, I make the police department better. That's what Shane said.
I mean, but it's hard to say. I didn't think about it that way, because both of them have Achilles heels. So Shane's Achilles heel is his son. It's his nephew Owen. Yep. So I guess it depends on who has the biggest F up in a circle. Oh. So in Ray, his Achilles heel is going to be his, too willing to please. Junior cop trainee. So Sara, ain't that her name? Sara. Yeah. So I guess who's going to mess up? Who has the biggest F up on their team?
Well, or you could count it down to who has the most F ups on their team. Because Ray ain't just got Sara the F up; he's also got Renee.
And then, but Shane, if Shane is level head, then maybe he's going to have the upper hand, because you got, Shane is level headed. He knows how to stay under the radar, but he got this loose cannon son. And nephew. Ray, the loose cannon nephew. And Ray is a F up himself with other F ups. Right. So if I had to pick, I would say Shane. He's going to get the upper hand.
Me too. Well, as we're talking about them. What? As we're talking about them, we get this. Owen and his partner is staking out Osito's crib because they want some vengeance. They want to get some of that get back, right? And they've been waiting on Osito for so long.
After his uncle dropped the bug in his ear, you need to take out Osito.
Yeah, I was going to get to that, honey. Didn't
that happen already?
Get off your horse, man.
That happened already.
Let me narrate this story.
Did it happen already?
I don't know.
Yeah, it happened.
I don't know. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It don't matter when we're going to get there. But he's staking out Osito's car lot, right? And they've been there all day. And now they're bored. So what does he want to do? He wants to try to get in Sara's drawers because she put something on him. She gave him the best hand job he ever had in his life. So he's thinking that what is going to be right. Okay. So he sends her a penis pic. She gets it and decides to go converse with Ray. And for some reason, whenever these penis pictures comes in, Ray get turned on too. So he tells her to come up close and we're going to discuss this. Talk to me about this sequence of events, honey.
What is there to say? I don't know what to say about it.
What would you tell me? What was it saying? It was saying something more. So
Ray saw this as a end for her. So basically, she needs to take advantage of her, relationship with Owen. And he knows that she has the upper hand right now because he has something that she wants. So he's about to coach her on how to, from a male perspective, on how to get it. When she looked like she already know what she's doing because she done did it already. She has a lot of experience. You trying
to say she's a hoe?
Yeah.
I got so much comedy out of this, ladies and gentlemen, because Ray gonna have the nerve to say that's not his real penis. He used special camera to get that. He used some kind of special lens to get his penis to look like that. I'm sitting down here like, man, you're telling on yourself, dude.
That's what she said.
How you know? Like, man, you're telling on yourself, bruh. But the thing is, she already know. She already know Ray got a little soft spot for her, even though he's trying to toe the line.
I mean, Ray got a soft spot for all the women it seems like he ends up working with.
Yeah. And why they all seem to be blonde and thin?
That's his type, I guess.
Okay.
Because she know about his past, messing around with not only how he got with Renee, but a bunch of other women, you know, prior to her. She knows.
The CI, yeah.
Yeah.
Then Osito boy come to get his re-up. And they gets to talking. Of course, Nacho was missing. But what was funny to me, honey, was back in my day when spinning rims came out, they also made spinning hubcaps for us po folk. And this boy got the spinning hubcaps on his car. He lets Osito know that Owen was staking out his place. And
why was Owen staking out his place?
We're going to get there in a minute. No. This hadn't happened yet. Owen was staking out the place because he wanted revenge.
His uncle sent him.
No, we're going to get there. Owen was staking out the place because he wanted revenge from what happened. So when Osito said, I need something from you, what did you think he needed from him? What was going through your mind?
You know, I didn't know at that point. I didn't know what he needed.
Right. Me neither. But I know Osito is on his P's and Q's. He want Nacho to get back in the game. Where the hell Nacho at? You think this is a time to get missing? No. And I didn't know what he wanted from him either. And I was kind of like, what could he want from him? And you one of the streets workers. But we'll get there in a minute. Then, honey, we get back to the Jackie story. So Swayze, looking like Peter the Pirate, is about to be coming in. And Sergeant Santil is going to talk to him about what's going on these streets. Jackie wants to be in there. He was like, hell to the no. You're not about to mess up my case. But what I will do, because I see something good in you, and I wish you would have went and took your funky self a bath because you're still up here stinking.
She said she did.
I will let you sit behind the window and we'll talk to Swayze. But the thing was, when Swayze came in, he could see her and he was talking junk to her.
He said, I knew it.
Right. Did you think she was going to be able to hold her composure and not try to bust up in the room?
Yeah, I didn't expect any big confrontations.
I didn't either because it's Sergeant Allen. Now, if this would have been Ray, I could see her running right on up in the room because he likes that. He likes chaos and drama. But she seems to be trying to turn it around with the tough love Allen is giving her. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to my wife's favorite character, Ratchet Rachel. So now she done worked with little Franky and the baby girl and all that, and they outside playing hide and go seek. And I said to my wife, only crazy people would think to, number one, look in a boat for drugs and money, because she's been scouring this backyard all over the place, everywhere.
She's been all through the house.
All through the house. And then I said, honey, only crazy women would tell a 10-year-old boy to play hide and seek and count to 100. Tell me, how did you feel when you saw this scene? And her eyes gleamed and saw that sailboat. Yeah,
I mean, you knew it was only a matter of time because she has all the time in the world to scour that house, And I said in the beginning, I said, why is she hiding it in the boat? I didn't like it. I thought it was a dumb idea to hide it in the boat in the first place.
And apparently, and look, let me take this off. And then my wife was trying to give Renee all these excuses.
What?
You was like, well, maybe she's smart enough to have spread the money out, or maybe she don't have all her money in drugs in that same boat.
No, for one, my first thought was she didn't need to hide it in the boat. I said she needed to hide it in the house. But at this point, that lady was all over that house as well, so it didn't matter. Like
I said, she needed to have dug a hole, put like a dog on top of it, or so got a family pet, and put it on top. First of all, if you get the right dog would not have liked the nanny in the first place.
I thought the little boy wasn't going to like her.
You know how easy it is to bribe a kid, give him some candy, play a little game with him, and boom, there you go. You know, poor fella. Then this was interesting. They calling my man Mr. Shitbag. He's going over here talking to the Aryan Nation because they see the black dudes got the drugs flowing again and they ain't got the drugs flowing. So he's coming over here saying, tell your boss I got information that he can use and I can help you out. Mm-hmm. What information was you thought he was talking about, honey?
I didn't know at that time either. Well, I knew because he kept looking at Osito's girl. I can't think of her name right now. Mm-hmm. But he was glancing at her in the yard. And initially, I thought he was going to tell them something to have them go like attack her or do something to her, antagonize her.
Right.
But I knew it had something to do with her. So I thought they were going to either do something and hurt her while she was there to get at Osito. I didn't realize, he was going to do something else. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it felt like they was about to go over there and maybe fight with Osito's crew. But I kind of felt like, based on what happened last episode, that this had something to do with Janelle. And I was hoping he wasn't telling them Janelle is with such and such. But when he mentioned, I got something for your boss, that's when I kind of said, okay, he about to use that information. So now we go back to we're in the questioning of Swayze. And Swayze don't know nothing about nothing. Mm-hmm. He gets rocked when Jackie looked up on her computer the death of another girl that was kind of into this ring. And her name was Maxine McLean. And when she texted this to Alan, and Alan mentioned that name, homeboy got scared as hell. I want my lawyer.
Yeah, I thought he was about to have another one of those breaks that he had in the hotel. He was on the verge of it. Mm-hmm. Going crazy.
Well, you think he about to go crazy with a police officer?
No, he seemed like it was something wrong with him. It was. It seemed like he had some type of mental illness and he was about to spaz out.
You think he was on them bath salts?
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought he was about to have one of those episodes.
Well, if he would have done that, it would have been easy to just go and arrest him, throw him down to the ground.
Yeah. But he did get shook. He was shooketh.
Yeah, we got to figure out what's the deal on Maxine McLean because that rocked him. So apparently he
said, you ain't pinning that on me. Right.
So apparently what we didn't know at this moment about Veronica, he already knew. Mm-hmm. Apparently. Because Veronica ain't none of that talk bother him. But Maxine McLean, that got up in him quick. And so then we get back to this right here. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, right before this, Owen did go talk to his uncle that said, the best way to handle Osito and his crew is just take out Osito because Osito is the organization. Mm-hmm. And so now they looking for Osito's Land Rover. Mm-hmm. And he think he's got Osito pulling up at his normal spot. Mm-hmm. So look at this clown, Crystal. Look at him. Like this is the cat that's just too eager to do everything. I'm surprised. It's a wonder he don't bust a nut in 2 minutes. He's just too eager to do anything. He rolls up on Osito's truck. And there's no Osito in there. And then he's like, F. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about this, honey.
I thought that guy was brave for one. Because you got Owen, who don't really know, hothead, trigger happy, whatever.
Yep.
I thought you taking a risk on Owen shooting you, thinking you Osito.
Definitely.
Because he has no restraint. But thank goodness the guy didn't get shot.
No, he didn't get shot. Because then you realize that would be just more warfare, more heat on his organization. And also Shane we done seen Shane slap the fire out of Owen. So Shane ain't scared of Owen. So this ain't no situation where Owen is telling Shane what to do. Shane might would have put a hole in his foot or something like this is Harlem Nights on Owen. He would have shot this guy. So that's why they had to shoot him. But what we didn't know was what he wanted from old boy at this moment. Osito took his car so that he could ride undetected. Right. So he can go look for Nacho. Mm-hmm. And ladies and gentlemen, he get in here looking for Nacho. Nacho is in here with a knife talking about his penis. And he's in here getting faded with these strippers. And then we get Osito and Renee on the same screen. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about how you enjoyed this scene, honey. He calls her Nene.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I was wondering how well they knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the earlier episodes we were trying to figure out, well, how would their paths cross for them to end up doing business together again? And this is how they did it.
Right.
So it makes sense that they would, come in contact. And now
Franky.
This is the setup right here.
Franky, yep. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Almost like I was writing on the story. I said, honey, Renee gonna run out of money and she gonna run out of drugs. And I said, who's she gonna get it from?
From Osito.
And could you tell that Osito could detect that she was doing more than having strippers in that club? He knew it.
Right.
He was
like in here just to be managing that. Yeah.
It's going so well that my boy done quit his job for the day to take a damn vacation in the strip club in the broad of daylight.
Right.
So he knew it was more going on in there. He just checking the place out. And he even said to her, Nay, you was with Franky. You know the game. Letting her know, I know what you're doing.
No, but I have kids now.
And you had a kid then.
I'm with a police officer, and we have a kid.
And you had a kid when you was with Franky. You had Franky Jr.
But he wasn't a police officer, and now I'm on the straight and narrow.
Then why are you back in the strip club?
I need a job and to get away from a house every now and then.
Okay, all right. Osito ain't no slow leak, y'all.
Right.
He know better.
Right.
But then staying on Renee, while she's in the club, she gets a phone call that her front door has been left wide the hell open. Which I'm thinking, if you're living in a good neighborhood, that wouldn't really scare nobody or bother nobody. But I guess wherever they at, it's trauma. She gets home and oh my God, Franky Jr. and the baby have been left alone. Now, I know, honey, when she got in the house, I know you was thinking something had happened to the kids, didn't you?
You thought the lady ran off with the kids.
I thought the lady might have hurt Franky Jr. and took off with the babies, what I thought. But you had to think, you can't hurt these kids because Franky ain't going to want to have nothing to do with you if you done that, right? So she come home, find her babies in the backyard.
Well, heck, she willing to eat hair. Who knows what she willing to do?
That's true. You know,
she wanted the son so she could have a piece of Franky.
You know, somebody sent me some behind the scenes clips and she was eating Renee draws too. I got the pictures. I got the evidence.
Oh, whatever.
I got the receipts.
Whatever.
But anyway, she's hugging her kid and the baby's okay. And then she look over here, honey, and look at that and look at Renee. This was the turn in Renee because two things happened. First, Renee gonna say, did she say anything when she left? Well, we was playing hide and seek. She hid in the boat. And when she's left, she said, you look just like your dad, Franky.
You handsome like your daddy.
And that's when Renee, when she heard that, Renee whole day went up. Look at that evil face.
Yeah, she's looking like I'm getting you.
That is the face of Cruella DeVille right there, boy.
With my family, I'm coming after you.
Yes. But how can she just blame that? If she come after the nanny, she got to come after Franky too.
It's both of them. Both of them. Vengeance is mine.
So do you think she's going to be willing to testify against him now?
Wasn't she? Well, she was afraid to because she thought that was part of her deal, right? Yeah.
And so when she gets this information, that leads her to giving Ray a call, who's out here on the beach staking out Owen's house, trying to show this girl, you know, exits and all this kind of other crap, which I don't really believe that's what he's doing. But anyway, that's what he's doing. He gets a call from Renee. Oh, Ray, I've been lying to you. I've got this money. She never mentioned the drugs, but I got this money. And I think something could possibly be going on with Franky. And Ray's like, oh my God, I gotta call somebody about Chuleta. So then he immediately calls the moral backbone of this show, Alan. And at first, Alan wasn't trying to hear that shit. Like, why should I help you for? But Alan knows this. The fact that Ray is calling him means he ain't got nobody else to call. And he gonna be able to use this. So he says, you better go do something with Chuleta. Talk to me about this sequence of events. This was crazy. Like the roller coaster ride stayed at the top from this, like from the club to this, all the way to this, all the way to that. The roller coaster was at the top.
Initially, this didn't click with me.
Oh.
Because I was trying to figure out, well, what did he do with the money as well? And so, yeah, I didn't realize what he was trying to get at.
Who?
I didn't realize what Ray was trying to get at.
About her having money?
Yeah.
Because she ain't supposed to have no money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I mean,
what would he do with the? I didn't realize that, make the connection that Franky would use the money to try to kill Chuleta.
Yep. And so Alan Centil decides he's going to help.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to get his people over there. But honey, like we said, we knew goodness well, honey. We knew it. We knew it. If you're going to have a witness stay somewhere, you can't put his ass in a motel where the roaches go to live, because the humans come to do what, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Die.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I say that last week?
Yeah. The
humans come to die. And not only did they get an assassin, they got a female assassin with a silencer, honey. Kato, be more careful. Talk to me about but we already said we knew what was going to happen to Chuleta, right?
Right.
Like we knew this.
Well, you knew it. That's what you said. But then it made sense. Like you said, he's in a place that's poorly protected. Basically, it was a cheap way of trying to protect them. Like, they ain't got no money, so you just sit here.
And then you in this cheap ass motel. Forgive me, y'all, for almost saying hotel. You in this cheap ass motel in room 133, and it's got the nerve to say no smoking. Mm-hmm. The whole room looked like it smelled like all kinds of smoke, weed smoke, pipe smoke, all kinds of smoke. Mm-hmm. Crazy, just crazy.
Yeah. And when I saw her initially, I was thinking, have I seen her somewhere before?
At midnight. Yeah.
Have I seen her? She's like the cookie cutter assassin,
mm-hmm.
low key assassin.
She's the female Liam Neeson.
Okay.
That's what she is. She's the female Liam Neeson. That's what she is. And so that leads us to the shark of the Cape, DA, mad because this was your star witness against Franky. Mm-hmm. And there ain't no more leads. Everybody else that could have been a witness is shot and dead. Mm-hmm. What is the DA going to do, honey?
I mean, you still got Renee, right?
There you go. There you go. Renee. So not only is Alan going to get some get back, but the DA is about to get some get back too. Because remember, Renee came in there last year talking about she lied, trying to help Ray. Mm-hmm. And then the black dude gave her the tissue like this. And even I was sucked into it too, honey. Even I was crying tears. I bought it. And the DA ain't buy nothing. And so now Renee gonna have to come running back to the shark of the Cape.
And according to you, she's too willing at this point.
Oh yeah. Renee gonna give up Franky. Mm-hmm. She ain't got no choice. Mm-hmm. You put her kids in harm's way. You took her new business, mm-hmm. and then you took all the money she saved up. Mm-hmm. She's not gonna have a choice but to come from Franky this time. Ain't no way they making up for this. No way. And while all that's happening, honey, we have a cop who's very stressed. He's very stressed. He's had a long day. His star witness done been killed. He been working for a decade to get Franky Cuevas. He don't want to go home to his wife that lied to him about something. So guess what? His partner did what a good partner does. She knows that he was stressed. She reached over there, y'all. This is my hand. I'm reaching over here. She rubbed on that thing a little bit, And then, honey, next thing you know, they in the back seat hugging and kissing, like Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley. Talk to me about this. Does your husband not know TV? Let people. Does your husband not know TV? Mm-hmm. You have nothing to say about this?
No.
Is this going to cost Ray something?
Of course.
What's it going to cost him?
I mean, because his partner is crazy too. Sara is crazy too. And she liable to go around Renee and say something slick and give both of them up.
Ah. But you want to know something to make the story even worse?
What?
While he's in here steaming up the windows in the police car, his baby mama is texting him. Ray, where are you? Should I be scared? Is it Franky?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? What did you find out? What's Ray, what are you doing? I tell you what he's doing. He's putting some pipe in his new what is she, a cadet, captain, sergeant, whatever she is. He putting some pipe in her. Now, is Renee gonna find out about this?
Of course.
How's she gonna find out?
Of course.
How's she gonna find out?
Lamont.
You think Sara gonna say something?
You think Sara not gonna say nothing?
You think Sara in love now?
It don't matter. Sara got the upper hand.
Sara
don't say something.
Sara know that man has a wife and kids at home.
They never stay quiet. Sara gonna say something slick.
Okay.
Or Renee gonna pick up on it too. And
but Renee had lies too. Renee had $300,000 plus a brick of cocaine that she didn't tell Ray, and he's a cop. That makes it worse. If the police would have came and busted his house, he would have been in more trouble than her. The drugs and that's like intent to sell type stuff. She lied to this man.
Mm-hmm. And
she's wrong. He wrong.
Did they show the picture? Are you done with all the scenes with them in the police department? Remember they were in the police department and he was coaching her on how to
we done. We done with that.
Okay.
What do you want to say about that? One thing
that stood out to me was after they had tied everything up and she was done communicating, she takes it upon her smart self.
Oh God, here she goes.
To take a picture to quote unquote seal the deal.
What kind of picture did she take, honey?
She took a picture with her shirt off, pulled her shirt up or whatever. But I'm thinking, dummy, you got file cabinets right behind you. And so you sending this picture of you with your shirt off and you in a police office with file cabinets behind you. I think that's going to come back and bite her in the butt.
Okay.
I think it's going to, and when she sent the picture, they pan out and show what's behind her as she's taking the picture.
They did.
And when she sent the picture to, not Owen,
it was Owen.
When she sent the picture to Owen, you could see in the background that it was like file cabinets back there.
She took the picture in the office.
So yeah,
that's going to be more evident.
Yeah. So they might end up making her out. If he look at that picture and identify that, wait a minute, why is she sitting in the office with these file cabinets, and he figure out something is up, she might have just got herself killed.
Now, folks, I've also said that she could be a plant to get Ray in trouble. She could be a plant from her FBI uncle.
But they don't even need a plant. Ray gonna get himself in trouble.
Well, you need a catalyst. You need a catalyst. And she's a good catalyst. Mm-hmm. Now, fellas, me personally, I can't deal with women that have piercings in places like that, your nipples and stuff like that. Turned me the hell off. I've told my wife a story of a woman I dated one time, and she had a piercing somewhere, and I was like, no. That was the end of our dating ship. Just like that. Scared the hell out of me. But she's right. And then because she has those piercings, it's easy to prove it's her. Mm-hmm. Just like Lord, yeah. Sara messing up. But I think Sarah's doing all this because she is a plant.
I don't think you need Ray. I don't think he's that high up on the totem pole and have to do all that.
He's high on well, think about it like this. He's superseding his boss now, who ain't happy about it. Mm-hmm. He's the highest person is old boy that was in Army Wives. That's the highest person. Mm-hmm. And Ray and him is like this now.
Yeah.
He's basically got Ray's job back.
So who's setting Ray up? His current boss?
Could be.
Putting a point.
Could be. See. Or it could be Leslie.
Oh goodness. Leslie is on traffic duty. So she ain't got no pull like that.
She don't want to be on no traffic duty.
So Leslie and that girl is in a relationship. Is she sending
I didn't say they was in a relationship. Leslie might know whoever her people are. And you never know. This is Hightown. It's Hightown. Hightown. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we get on to Franky. He makes a call to Shane and says, I got choice information for you. They didn't say what the information was. So, honey, did you realize what information they was talking about at this point yet?
Honestly, I don't remember this scene.
Oh goodness. Well, this is when Franky called Shane to say, "Look, you know who I am. I know who you are. We have a common enemy. His name is Osito."
Oh, so that's when he revealed about Janelle, where Janelle stayed, where
Shane, being a man of integrity, even though he's a fucking crook, says, I like to pay for my things up front. I like to handle my business up front. And depending upon what information you got, I'll let you know we can deal. Frank is like, oh, you're going to want this information. You're going to want this information. And we know he eventually took it. And we'll get there in a minute. Ain't nobody see this coming. Except for maybe my wife. So I will give my wife her flowers.
You thought she was dead.
My wife said when she saw that bloody shirt, she was like, Lamont, that could just be a simple nosebleed. And apparently, ladies and gentlemen, that's what the hell it was. Because this chick got a black eye and facial scars because Jackie beat her up. So maybe it was a nosebleed. My honey, Jackie punched her in the nose, punched her in the eye. Real kinky that night. Good job, honey. See, I'm giving you your round of applause. Good job. Veronica is not dead, y'all. She is in the house with Emma and reveals that Jackie is the one that beat her the hell up. Talk to me about this. Why is Jackie having these visions and all that? What happened? What happened?
I mean, well, Veronica told her, you beat me up. And the thing is, they're sitting back and they're laughing at her.
Right.
So they're sitting back laughing at Jackie. Well, do you think that Veronica's friend knew she was alive?
Yes.
The whole time it was going on this tangent trying to find her?
Yes, I do.
Well, initially she thought everything was okay, but I think Jackie started spooking her and they went out. And so eventually she finds Veronica, but they sitting back like two friends just, kiki and laughing.
Correction.
At Jackie.
They sitting back like two crackheads. Yeah. Kiki and laughing.
Yeah. And so Jackie, this was her white horse. This gave her purpose. This made her a good person. And so she was willing to, this is what she needed in order to feel good about herself. And this was her self-worth. Yeah.
To have purpose.
And for them to sit back and laugh and make fun of her, kind of blew up her world again. And now what else? What am I good for now?
Well, I'm going to tell you what she can be good for now. Number one, she can be good for trying to solve who killed Maxine McLean. But number two, she can be good for trying to get her sobriety back.
I mean, we'll see what happens after this.
Well, after she hits rock bottom, she runs right back to one of our favorite characters, Eddie Murphy, who at this point should be done with her. And if you let my wife tell the story, a good wife ain't about to let you fool around with Jackie. Ain't that right? Yep. Because I can tell you right now, my wife would not let me fool around with someone who done messed up that many times and keep coming back.
It is not necessarily for that person. It's taking a toll on him too.
100%.
And so a wife that's looking out for her husband would take issue with you continuing to get your heart broke by this other person
that you're trying to help.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the wife may be caught up in it as well, trying to, help him, help her.
Right.
But eventually she's going to draw the line and make the husband draw the line too. Eventually. You
have to. Because if not, they'll drag down your household too. Like you extend help, and he's done that. He's been like a father figure to this girl, and she keeps messing up. And I'm glad that he was there for her this time, because this time she came to get help, and look where she wanted to go. He drops her off at the Glendon house, a rehabilitation place, so Jackie can get the help she needs. And to make it, and here was a separating thing for her. He didn't get out and go in with her. He said, you got to walk this step on your own.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect kind of like dividing line.
And is this different from other occasions? I don't know. So like every other time that she's gone into these places, is it because people have dragged her and convinced her and coerced her to go? So when her job was being threatened, she went.
Right.
So all the other times she was going not because she wanted to, I'm assuming, but she went because she had to, because her back was against the wall. And it seems like this time it may be voluntary. So I don't know if they're telling us this is her actually turning the corner and this is going to be the difference. Because they actually foreshadowed that a little bit, because wasn't Centil making a comment of how he knew someone who was on drugs and all of a sudden, or who was committing crimes with them back in the day or something. And something told him, you know, let me out the car. And when he got out the car, he was clean from that point forward. Yep. So maybe this is the catalyst.
Right.
And maybe they're saying this is it for Jackie and she's about to clean herself up.
That tough love and that story he gave. Mm-hmm. And by the way, y'all, that was some good ass exposition. Like they teach us as writers, when you're a rookie writer, they say no exposition. Let me tell you something. This show has had some of the best exposition. That story Centil gave her was great because that was the changing point for him. And he's confiding in her what changed him. Then he went on to further say, well, some people just got to be the example, others use. And I think that rattled her loose too.
Jackie was like, what's that supposed to mean?
Right. She didn't like that, but I mean, he was keeping it real with her.
Yeah.
And the fact that she went rock bottom and got to this point, I think this is for her because look, if it was for her job, the police captain wants her to go to Florida for rehab. She didn't go to Florida. She went to the first place she can get to, which was the Glendon house, dropped off by Ed. So I think this is definitely for her.
So this is Hightown telling us that this is Jackie's turning point. And from this point forward, we're going to see a new Jackie.
Yeah. And maybe she'll solve the case of Maxine McClendon and put Swayze behind bars. Then, ladies and gentlemen, the crescendo. I know every grandparent in America lost their teeth, they fake teeth that they had in their mouth. They might even fell down, lost their wig. I will play you what happened one more time. Boy, I got so choked up. Y'all probably heard me coughing in there. I was choked up. I was like, not my boy, Osito, not my boy. Grandparents around here going crazy, mad. They boy by. But ladies and gentlemen, even though Owen shot my man twice, shot him in the stomach, shot him in the eye, Janelle crying, hovered over in front of her house. I'm telling y'all, the King of the Cape is not dead.
I don't think he is either.
He's not.
I had no type of sad emotion.
Nope.
I was just like, oh, whatever. They ain't about to kill him. He ain't about to go out like that. And not at the hands of Owen. Of
all people.
Yeah, not like that.
No, you can't let him. You can't, look at this clown. This ain't the fucking Dukes of Hazzard. He all over. He hanging out the window on the passenger side, shooting like this is some country rodeo or something.
So he been hitting up the shooting range, right? Because remember, he couldn't shoot a lady that was standing
right in front of the window.
In his face.
And now he hanging out the window, shooting like 20 feet away and getting the man almost in his chest and in the eyeball.
I still don't think he got shot in the eye. I think a bullet ricocheted off of something. I think he got hit by shrapnel or something because he just grabbed his eye like, oh.
Let's look at the picture again, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
The picture? There you go. No, he got
shot. Something hit the car door and ricocheted and hit him in the eye.
No, he got shot.
I don't think he got shot in the eye. I think he just got injured and he grabbed his eye.
He was shot in the eye, honey. And in TV fashion, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, and the fact that she's laying there, sitting there saying he ain't going to make it, tells me he going to make it.
Tells you everything you need to know. He's going to make it. So what's going to happen is, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the catalyst for everybody coalescing to get rid of Shane and Franky. New alliance is about to form. Centil, who has had the beef with Osito, they're going to have to team up. Renee, who just basically told him, I don't want to deal with your drugs and who you are in my club, going to have to team up. And Po Ray. He's got two problems. He's got a Sara problem and he's got a Franky problem, which means he's going to be forced to work with all those combined forces to take out Owen, Franky, Shane, and Ratchet Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of those four gonna die first? Owen, Shane, Franky, or Ratchet Rachel?
I don't know. I hope this ain't the last we see of Rachel, because technically her storyline could be done.
No, we're not. No. What? Why?
I mean, she got served her
no.
purpose. How many episodes is left?
She has not served her purpose.
They got 2 episodes left.
Yeah, let me tell you why she didn't serve her purpose. Because
I hope not.
Because
they could.
Now that she's did the bidding of Franky, what he wants, it's time for him to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Time for him.
And it's time. And Renee's
time for him to put out.
Renee looking like, I'm getting your tail.
Oh, she gonna get it.
I'm getting you.
And y'all know I love a good cat fight. Oh, she gonna get it. But them crazy folks strong.
Mm-hmm.
Grown man strong.
But she messed with this lady's children's.
So you saying Renee about to turn into Sarah Palin?
She messed with this lady children's.
She about to turn into Palin Mama Bear?
Yep. She about to get her.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our review of Hightown Season 3, Episode 4. We'll take a couple of comments real quick before we get out of here. Let's see what the people are saying. I was thinking a plant too. She came in too eager, doing way too much. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie Cosby. Two Dizzy Boy says, Stephanie, she might be. Ray embarrassed the F out of that department. He sure did. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's not just everybody in that whole department. Mm-hmm. Ain't too thrilled about Ray coming back having that position. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Now it would be crazy justice if it was Centille who planted that girl there the whole time. That would be poetic justice. It wouldn't be his character, which is why we wouldn't see it coming, which makes for good writing. Mm-hmm. That'd be poetic justice. It said, a Dizzy Boy says, my jaw dropped, but he is not dead. Yeah, well, he ain't dead. He ain't dead. Mm-hmm. He is not dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, post your comments. By the way, my wife didn't know, but these shows release on Stars at midnight.
So it released last night.
Yeah, it came on at midnight. Okay. She was a little worried we was too early in our review, but we're not. It came on at midnight, so some people have watched it. Be sure to share this, ladies and gentlemen. Share it with your friends. Let them know we out here doing big things with these reviews. I am getting ready to start reviewing BMF, and I have also cranked up my Marvel nerd content machine too. So I'll be dropping a couple of those videos each week. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll see you.